Yo, this is Deontay the Bronx Bummer Wild, the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. And I'd like to give a big shout out to CJ Goodfellow of Sports TV. Bomb Squad, baby.
Harder than work harder videos on this Monday. Yeah, I told y'all this video was coming. I don't know when y'all gonna see this video. This video got the potential to get pushed back sometime. But but I talked about in another video. I was talking about I can't remember. I was talking about something. I said I was gonna do a video on fighters, all right, and about how we have it's a Crawford, Madamov, and a Canelo video. Let's do a video talking about how now in today's boxing that the fighters that are ducking are revered, and the fighters that want to fight the best, they pretty much have a hate cult fan base against them. They have an anti-fan base against them. So if you start looking at the fighters that want to fight the best on a consistent basis, Terrence Crawford, even a guy like Teofimo Lopez, David Benavidez, Shakur Stevenson, I mean the list goes on and on. You know, and most of them is considered to be black. A lot of times, you know, we got David Benavidez, which, you know, some people say he's a real Mexican, he's not a real Mexican. But a lot of those guys tend to, you know, have an anti-fan base following, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's just what it is. You know, now it's like I said before, when you look into society, everything when we was going to school and growing up that was lame is now considered cool, and everything is cool is considered lame. So now you start seeing these guys, you know, wearing tight pants, purses. Couldn't be caught dead wearing the purse. Like I said, I always revert back to this story. When you watch Malcolm in the Middle, remember when Dewey, I don't know how many people watch that show. It's one of my favorite shows of all time. I've seen every episode multiple times. So the little brother Dewey took a purse. They tried to warn him, don't take a purse to school. He took a purse because he wanted to wear a purse. Man, he took the purse and they started to bully him. Dewey loaded the purse up with rocks and shit. It was knocking people out with the purse. Funny ass episode. Dewey was, you know, real talk, Dewey was really smarter than Malcolm, to be honest. He was always outsmarting Malcolm. I remember Reese, that was what it was. And then remember on the Hangover, the first Hangover 2009, when Alan came, they was going out and they was about to hit the elevator, and Alan had a purse on, and Bradley Cooper was like, you gotta be shitting me. He ain't wearing that purse really. It's not a purse, it's a man bag. He said, well, Joey Behar has the same man bag. That shit was funny as hell. Like, you gotta understand, that was like, what, about 15, 16 years ago. So society moves on pretty quickly. And but yeah, like I said before, now, you know, wanting to fight the best, you know, wanting to bring the fans the best fights. And I think a lot of it got to do with, I think a lot of these promoters is buying bots on the internet. That's what I think they're doing. I think a lot of these promoters are buying bots on the internet. I really do. I really think they buying bots on the internet. And people say, oh, you tripping. Like, dude, I'm telling you, a lot of times you be arguing with somebody on the internet, it's a bot. It's artificial intelligence. Just to keep the post engaged, just to change the narrative and stuff of that nature, man. Because the numbers don't lie. The bigger the fight, Benavidez and Canelo fight, the numbers are going to be way more massive from Miami Hearn voice than it was when he fought his previous 3 or 4 fights. So the internet don't rarely equate to reality. It don't. The energy that these dudes give you on the internet, you meet them in person, the energy is 9 times out of 10, it's not the same. It's like, oh no, man, it ain't really like that. That's exactly what niggas gonna say if you present. Some niggas gonna stand on business. You know, about 10% probably gonna stand on business. 90% put their head down, go the other way, unless they with somebody. You know, so that's what it's come to now. I mean, you look at it even at other sports. You know, they have their issues there too. You know, it's not for the love of the organics of the sports no more. It's pretty much it's popular. Everything is a popularity contest. You know what I'm saying? You gotta think about it in school. Really, the popular kids ain't had to prove nothing. What did they have to prove? Outside of the jocks, you know what I'm saying? Like the jocks had to prove themselves on the court, but what did they actually have to prove themselves? And if they did prove themselves, they were in a group. it's a gang mentality. A lot of times gangs are meant for the weak because they couldn't be the lone wolf and stand on business by themselves. So that's why you see these cult Canelo fans, these cult following Errol Spence fans. They trauma bonded together to seem stronger. They form like Voltron because they couldn't stand on their own. You know, so when people join communities and join groups, a lot of times it boils down to not having a family and not having nobody else there. But other times it really boils down to niggas really just being a bitch and can't stand on business by themselves. So they feel like they need somebody else to join in to make them stronger. Strength in numbers, which ain't always a bad idea until somebody get jealous and start hating this shit. You know what I mean? So shout out to Kobe. You know what I mean? No, Kobe don't sound like he from New York, or this nigga don't sound like he from Jamaica and shit. A lot of Jamaicans sound bloom the thought. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man, Kobe. We need you to sound like a New York Jamaican or something. Shit, don't know where I left off at, but yeah, you know, like I said, they got bots and help here. Here we go. Yeah, they got bots and stuff you be arguing with, but like I continue to say, man, a lot of these dudes out here, man, these fans don't want to see their favorite fighter lose, and a lot of that got to do with Mayweather putting the emphasis on the L. And I don't even think he really like put the emphasis on losing like that. He just looked up and he hadn't lost. And he like, oh shit, you know, I can use this as promo. You know? And that's how he looked at it. He used it as promo. And I think they ran off with something, so and people ran off with it. Now I got scared to lose. You know? I don't think what he did was intentional with the law. You know? I don't think it was intentional at all. But now these guys put so much pressure on these other guys that want the big fights, and they put pressure on them and say, no, you don't deserve it. No, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. You ain't done enough. You don't deserve it. Meanwhile, these guys are fighting guys like John Ryder, whoever it may be. John Ryder. Who else we got up here? This shit's so good, I'm drawing blank. Who else? A nigga was fighting everybody but Bud, Sean Porter. And Sean Porter's a great good fighter. But we just going on and on. We know how the wave go. And they should be forced to fight guys too, to be honest. You know? They should be forced to fight guys too. They haven't been a mandatory for Canelo for 30 years. And then people say he still ain't done enough. See what Golsick did? He don't deserve it. Like, are we serious? But Munguia deserves a shot. Who guys deserve a shot? It don't make no sense. And for content creators to push the narrative, it's crazy because the bigger the fight, the more money and the bigger your channel grows. You know? The bigger the fight, the bigger the prize. Everybody wins. And I've said this in the past many times. The upset is the new big fight. Now, in a way, I can understand if we had all these bullshit fights and they were fighting for free. You know, cool. But pay-per-view that went from $50 to $60, $65 to $75 to $90 to $100 a pop. What? The prices went up, but the quality just went down. You know? It went down. So, but we need to begin behind these guys that want to fight the best. And when they fight the best, and if they win, we need to still hold them to that same standard. Don't win and get the baton and do the same thing Canelo did. Now, I understand if a guy that got nothing to bring to the table, prospect, champion ain't proven, you're like, all right, you gotta get your weight up a little bit, get your name up. I understand that. But for a dude, if you fight Ender Berlanga and not rematching Bivol, or not fighting Better Biev, or not fight David Benavidez, is crazy. Where are we gonna draw the line at? Seriously, where do we draw the line at? You know, where do we say enough is enough? You know, and then when they do give you the fight they want, the guy had to show chinks in his armor. Come on. He had to show chinks in his armor. Like Frank Martin had to be losing the spinach artichoke. A lot of people thought he lost that fight. Here come Tank the fighter. Lomachenko, 100 years old. Here come Tank the fighter. Come on. But they know if they fight him in 99 or 2009, people just gonna say you beat him. People gonna go back and look at back and say, well, he beat him. And that's what they gonna say. No, he beat him. He's like, oh, you know, he beat the old Chavez, or he beat the old Drain De La Hoya. Boxrec don't tell that whole story. You know, he beat a prime Sugar Ray Leonard. You know what I'm saying? And that's what all of them dudes wait to do. They wait for these dudes to show some wear and tear or have a bad performance where they can see the blueprint on how to beat them. It's almost like if you one of them guys that's like Benavidez or Crawford, it's probably best for you to have a semi-bad performance so they get in the ring with you. You know, that's almost might be the best thing to do. So they brave enough to get in the ring with you. And that's unfortunate, but it is what it is. But hey, that's all I wanted to say, man. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, the subscribe button, hit the bell icon button, hit all notifications, increase your chance of notifications. We go live and drop video financially. You want to support the channel, Cash App, $CJ Good 3, Venmo, CJ Good 3, PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree, find me on X, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Appreciate the love and support.